As I grew up in San Francisco, in the Sunset District, I was known as Mickey. And so the old Edward part only really kind of took over when I came to work for Clearcom, to be honest. Well, I was with Clearcom from 1977 approximately until 1981. That was my first incarnation. And then I ended up leaving. This was when Clearcom was in San Francisco. Then I got an offer to come back, and that was not a hard one to accept because Minnesota's cold. And my then girlfriend, now wife of 41 years, said, "Hey, I'm all for going back to San Francisco. I'll deal with the fog." So I came back to work for Clearcom in, I believe it was 1985, and have been here ever since. When I came to work for Clearcom, they actually had been in business more than a few years. And Bob, having owned the Avalon Ballroom, and with its ending, if you will, the Avalon was only around for a few years, we came from rock and roll roots. So we knew what it was to deal with high noise. And Charlie Button basically invented it. The bottom line was when you're mixing sound and also light shows and that sort of thing, you don't want to lose your hearing. Not to mention, you'd like to hear the cues. So Bob and Charlie got together and they came up with this fabulous intercom system. The customers, like performing arts facilities and any location that does live music, they caught on and they said, wow, there's an intercom system out there that we could be using. So the phone was ringing and ringing and ringing, and I had to rather quickly put together, if you will, a way or a means of moving that product through the market. We had to find dealers. We had to find very important customers that knew how to market the product. And while doing this, we had to learn all of this. This was all new to us. You want us to book a rock and roll group? No problem, we can do that. You want us to figure out how to sell an intercom through various distributors and or methods? All new. So it was learning on the job, but it was lots of fun. You know how we used to test our belt packs? At that time, we were at 759 Harrison Street in San Francisco. That is a 100-foot, more or less, building that exists primarily to hold up the big billboards. Because the billboards, which are still there to this very day, as you come off the Bay Bridge, you'll see them, are there, and the building's there to hold them up. They make lots of money. Well, those billboards would cause that building to kind of do this back and forth. It wasn't going to go anywhere, but you could feel the wind on that. And it struck us, wow, these belt packs that we make, they're rugged. Now here we are in this 4-story building. Well, they're 25-foot floors. It's an old coffee warehouse. 4 floors, that would be, no, it's 100 feet. So we used to take the belt packs and go up on the fire escape, and we'd look this way and we'd look that way, make sure there's no cars coming. Of course, we'd have somebody down there, and we'd throw them. And then Charlie or whomever would grab them, bring them up, and we would plug them in. Yeah, still works, can take the punishment. And that's how we tested some of our early belt packs, because the fact is, it was not uncommon at all when you strike a show that you would take the belt packs, for instance, from a follow spot up in the top of the facility, and they would just throw them down to the stage. We knew how they would treat them, so we had to make sure that they could take the punishment. So over a number of years, we found ourselves getting into some very sophisticated systems involving multi-keys, and along comes digital. Now, we're in the analog world. We're, fat and happy. What's digital? What's that all about? That was another world for us. And that led us having to become far more sophisticated in the product we brought to market. And of course, what comes along with that is how you advertise it. We had to get much more sophisticated in how we go to the market, who our dealers are. It's a real growth process. Well, of course, the fact that analog was being replaced by digital is a big, big one. Some could say, oh, gee, I guess it's over. Hardly. When we moved into the digital world, the world opened up for us. What we have to do as a manufacturer, of course, is stay on point. We have to be able to see where is the market headed, what markets out there need what, and being able to respond to them with the appropriate product. It's been a real learning curve. Some of our newer products right now, you could interconnect over the internet. And it's gotten to the point now, it's almost like going back. We have to remember that the vast majority of folks out there who do need an intercom don't need digital. They can get by with a very nice analog system. They don't have a whole lot of money to spend, but wow, wouldn't it be fantastic if my producer out on the road would be able to connect easily with our intercom here at the station or wherever it might be. Well, that can all be done over the internet now very easily with some of the products that we've brought to market. So in other words, instead of letting that digital world out there kind of scare us away and say, well, hey, we're analog, we're not. We have gone ahead and embraced it and said, no, if anything, this opens up even more potential, not so much sales, but the ability to help customers. It all comes down to, do we provide a product that solves problems? And that's why Clearcom to this day has been so successful, in my opinion, is that we continually bring product to market that customers go, wow, I can use that. I know exactly how I can use that.